Mr. President and Mrs. Reagan, distinguished guests, my friends. I feel I must pay tribute to this elegant and fairy-like party and dinner, which has reminded me too much not only of home, but of some dreamland at home. A tribute to the taste and sense of beauty, to perhaps primarily not only to President Reagan, but Mrs. Reagan, for this lovely party, which I shall always remember as the Firefly Party in the White House. You do us great honor with this dinner. Allow me to extend the gratitude of 50 million people in the Republic of the Philippines, Mrs. Marcos and myself, for this hospitality and this generosity. Certainly, we will be unable to reciprocate this beautiful event. You even had the songs all prepared, including a Philippine song. That's a favorite of the First Lady of the Philippines, Dahil Sa'yo, which means because of you. Because of you I love, because of you I live, and because of you I am what I am. And then you had the other theme song, which was a favorite of both President Reagan and the other president. Understand? The theme song of Dr. Zhivago, which is a long story, of course, and which I won't talk about. It happens to be one of our theme songs because it was sung in one of what threatened to be a tragedy, but which did not. And that's why we remember it. Tonight, the Philippines once again is obligated to you, Mr. President, for your kind and generous words. And the periods of difficulty, and perhaps therefore it is not too rash to say that it is proper to use the appellation friendship between the American and the Filipino. That friendship, that abiding friendship, we cherish and cherish deeply. And this is why, as I come and stand once again on American soil, Mr. President, I cannot but be candid. I would not be candid if I did not speak too of those misunderstandings and the adversities which we have faced together. For the world faces challenge and change. We are in a period of ferment. As one of your great writers has said, you have passed through a period of torment and ordeal, perhaps as you experienced the assassination of some of your American leaders,
you fall in love with a man,
crisis in the presidency, a trauma of Vietnam, and occasionally doubts about your own capability. Certainly, as we look around in Asia, the countries of that part of the world are marked, and often there is fear that perhaps does not weary, that America is firm and resolute. Actions, but that it faces and confronts its problems squarely, fairly, justly. As I stand on American soil and I see the doubts rising in Asia, I see another phenomenon that clears my mind. It is the phenomenon of an American nation led by a new leadership, earnestly exerting heroic efforts in order to stop the slide and the loss of prestige of American leadership throughout the world. Yes, Mr. President, out of the dark, out of the shadows of the decline in even respect for America and decline for her leadership, there is a rising and emerging a new America, not only in Asia, but perhaps throughout the world. The stakes are high, Mr. President. Let there be strength and greatness for the American nation, for only then can there be hope for us, the poorer nations, and let America reclaim her role, her historic place, and her historic relationship with the poorer nations of the world, the members of the third world, my world, for that is your rightful place, Mr. President. America, this strength and capability to reclaim her natural place and historic relationship with all the nations and with other nations, reestablish order in our anxious, troubled world. We pray for this, we hope for this. Not only the big nations, but especially the small ones. And so may I ask you to rise and join me to a toast to the continued health and success of the President of the United States, the prosperity and the strength of the American people, and the friendship of the peoples of the United States and the Philippines.